If you're struggling with your chipping and your pitching, it's very likely because of one reason, and that reason is because you tend to try and help the ball up into the air and scoop up and get into this sort of awkward broken wrist position. It's by far the number one reason people struggle to pitch. So I've got 3 fixes for you that you can try today that I think will all help you get a feel for the correct position that you want to get through the ball, through impact, and keeping everything nice and straight. My first little tip is to use a bench. Now you may or may not have a bench. You can imagine there's a bench. I've used this a lot in my schools when I'm out teaching. If I say to someone, imagine you're pitching underneath that bench, all of a sudden this attempt to lift it reduces because I'm asking you to keep the ball low. And then look what happens to my technique. I get into this good position. If I'm trying to lift it, I'm a bit like this. If I'm trying to keep it low, but if you try and keep it low, it's interesting how the loft can then kick in and lift the ball for you. So if I try and hit it under the bench, I'll actually end up hitting it over because the loft is then able to work how it's meant to work. So you're in this good follow through position here. So either if you've got a little something that would work as a bench, you can try in the backyard, or just imagine that you've got a low bench in front of you, and what you're going to do is try and hit it underneath the bench. The loft can then kick in and lift the ball up and over the bench for you. So that is one way, number one way, how to eliminate the scoop when you're pitching. Number 2 way is to have a go with your pitching technique, taking your right hand off altogether. Now this will feel really difficult and really awkward, especially at the beginning, but just go outside if you can, or even in your living room, if you can, just grab a club, any old, doesn't even have to be a wedge, but ideally a pitching wedge, 9-iron. Instead of using both hands, take your right hand or your back hand off and just have a few swings. Because what happens, the backhand is the one that does all the controlling, the scooping, the manipulating. So if you take that off, it's amazing how all of a sudden the technique improves. So what you can do is have a few swings. You can even try and hit a ball. You can see what happens. It'll feel very difficult and awkward, but give it a try. Then when you bring your other hand back on again, just feel as if it stays on there in a very light way, like it's really almost just there for decoration. And the left hand, or the leading hand if you're a left-hander, is the one that's doing all the work. And then you'll find it much easier to keep this left hand doing all the right things when it's in control and not the right hand in control. So give that a try. Left hand or leading hand only swings. You could actually hit a ball and try it if you want to. Definitely not easy, but see how you go. Maybe pop it on a low tee, see if you can just clip the ball off it. And then when you bring the backhand on, just do it very gently, very softly. Let the left hand or the leading hand do the work. And our final trick or tip on how to eliminate the scooping action when you're chipping and pitching is my push drill. So take your setup. I wouldn't use 2 lofted a club with this one. Use a 7 or an 8. And I want you to just push forward into this great position. So you're actually taking no backswing at all, and you're just practicing the good push through technique. You can actually try and hit a shot, just sort of push the ball forward, and you'll be surprised how it does actually lift the ball up. So it's a very simple little technique, little push forward. This is great for your full swing as well, because this position here is where you should be for through your full shot's impact as well before you collapse up. So take your setup, push forward, and just feel that great position. Don't let that bend. Move the shoulders through, that's the key. Push forward. All right, so those are my 3 favorite drills to help you eliminate the scoop. But what you will notice about all 3, they're all working on the same thing. They're all working on this good extension, straight left arm, no breaking down of the wrist. They're all working on that same follow through position. Hitting under the bench keeps it nice and straight. The left hand only gives you the feeling of it staying nice and straight, and the push drill is the same. All 3 are working on the same good impact position where the left arm's straight and there's no breaking down of the wrist. So give that a try, let me know how you go.